Hey guys, this is Kamiken, and one of the things that I noticed about some of the greatest manga artists, not only of today, but in history, is that they didn't become popular or they didn't blow up until they stopped trying to sell their art. When these creators stopped trying to make a manga that would sell, they finally tapped into their unique voice, something that only they could do and provide to their audience. And that is what finally allowed them to blow up in the manga scene. And this is a pattern that I see over and over again when I watch this show called Monben by Naoki Urasawa. He is another manga artist, a very, very prolific manga artist, the creator of Pluto, 20th Century Boys, Monster, and a plethora of other manga from decades and decades ago. And he goes around interviewing a lot of the top manga artists as they're working and getting footage of them drawing their comics, drawing their manga. And when he asked his creators, what finally allowed you to break through into the manga market and develop a fan base? And a lot of the creators that I see on the show, when he asked them, specifically in the case of the creator of Yowamushi Pedal and the creator of The Climber, I remember their specific answers being when they stopped trying to make a manga that would sell. That is when they finally gave themselves permission to be their own artist and create something that actually did blow up, because they were using their own unique voice to put their work out there. And the way I understand it, and this is very key, is that you can't just start off creating whatever type of creation that you want to make, or creating something that you don't care if it sells or not. These creators spent decades or many years trying to create a manga that would sell, trying to tap into the market, trying to figure out like, dang, what is it that people respond to? What is it that people like about my art? What is it that people like in manga that I can give them with my own unique voice? And they were trying to find a way to meld that uniqueness of their art and their writing style with something that is sellable, that people would want to read and continue to read until the end. And when they started off, they only had their desire to sell. They may not have developed their unique voice or their skill set just yet, to the point where even if they tried making a manga that would sell, they just didn't know enough, or they didn't have enough experience to create something that would sell to a larger audience, because they didn't know the larger audience, or they didn't know like what people actually responded to in their work specifically. And the fact is that when you put out enough work, use your mind and develop that muscle of figuring out like, okay, what do people like? What do I want to create? What is my unique voice? How can I bring the two together to make something that truly speaks to the audience? That's developed over time, over failure after failure of work that you're trying to put out, and you're like, okay, this didn't work, this didn't work, this didn't work. And then finally something like The Climber comes out, and it's like, I just didn't care anymore. Like the creator would describe, like, I just didn't care anymore. I was just gonna put everything I liked into that story and make it into something amazing. And when that desire to put their unique voice into something crosses with an extremely marketable platform or an extremely marketable story or format, then you have a hit, you have a winner. And that is not something you can just create instantly. Like, you can't just figure out like, oh yeah, of course this will sell, and I'll just draw like this, and boom, that'll be it. Like, it's not something you can just manufacture. It takes time, effort, and skill to learn what people like, and learn what you're uniquely gifted at doing, that people are like, oh, this creator is making this, and only they can make that. Like, this is what you have to figure out about making manga or making comics. If you're a writer and an artist, or a cartoonist, or a webcomic creator, somebody who does both, you have to figure out your own unique style, your own unique, I guess, charm point, your own unique flavor that you bring to the market that nobody else can do. And then it doesn't even matter who's really good at drawing or who's really bad. It only matters who is being more authentic, who's being more themselves. And that's what happened when these creators finally stopped trying to cater to the market and express themselves 100%. Like, once they expressed their innermost self and then found that other people connected with that, they may not have gotten the whole market, or they may not have appealed to the entire world, but they were able to connect with the very few people who really enjoyed that type of work that they were putting out. And this is the same power that webcomic artists have, that cartoonists have, people who are basically making their own brainchild, where they're not just writing and drawing, or they're not just drawing, they're writing and drawing, and the work that comes out of their mind is the entire thing. So that is one of the patterns that I've noticed over time with the manga industry and through the Manben series that Naoki Urasawa produces. And one of the things that I'm aiming towards with the creation of my latest webcomic, Saintly, it is a demon chase horror action comedy about two best friends who have to outrun the demon loan sharks that they borrowed from. Basically, it's like Scooby-Doo meets K-pop demon hunters without the K-pop. And the story backs the main character into a corner where she has to decide between the hard path to success or lose her soul to the lure of easy money. And we get to see the ramifications of her choice, and if she can hide this deal with the devil from her friend, or if it will tear them apart. And I hope you read my comic in the description and check out the story. It should appear in your email inbox or your spam folder if you don't see it. And I'm aiming with this comic to produce something that will get me closer and closer to finally creating something that is truly unique, that only I can do, and that also connects deeply to an audience who is looking for the exact type of thing that only I can provide. So I think I'm getting closer to it just with the creation of my pages and with everything that I'm doing art-wise right now. And over time, I hope I can aggressively grab more and more time to work on my art and create more pages so that I can get Saintly out in a timely manner that people will enjoy for years to come. So that's pretty much it for this video, and I will see you in the next. Peace.